Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your free trigger point guide. We're going to be covering day one, so the pecs, the upper abs, and the soleus. We're going to individualize each muscle with each video so we can spend some time and really emphasize the details on each muscle. So the pecs, before we get into anything, we're going to have obviously you should have watched the prerequisite video about the details, but real quick, if you're on your trigger point guide, number one, 3 to 10 minute holds each trigger point. Now, we're going to be hitting multiple spots on the pecs. That could mean 3 minutes on just the Pec Minor alone, maybe 10 minutes for the entire pec. It's really up to you how you want to hit this. Or maybe just like 2 minutes on each part of the pec, that'd be 6 minutes total, something like that. We'll go through that. Go very slow, find different angles, avoid moving too much. You'll see a lot of people in the gym kind of going back and forth very quickly with their trigger points. That's not what we're doing. We want to hold these trigger points very deep. It's actually much more simple than we make it out to be. We're going to be utilizing the Theracane and the softball today. That should be able to hit everything pretty efficiently. Number two, we're going to be exploring, scanning for that dull, tender, achy spots that radiate outwards, right? So you're going to take your time, patience. Allow yourself to sink into that fascia as deep as you can. You're not looking for sharp pain. It should be dull, it should radiate outwards, meaning if I'm hitting my Pec Minor, which we are going to be hitting today, you should almost feel this in your scapula, your shoulder blade in the back, because one, that is pulling you down like this. So that's going to radiate through the rib cage, and that's what you're looking for. But if you're just superficial on the layer, you're not going to feel too much, but maybe that's your limit, maybe that's your threshold. So we're going to go through that as well. Breathe 2 to 6 breaths per minute through the nose, through the upper belly while you're sucking the tummy in. That just means through the nose, you're pushing out your chest like a dog who expands his rib cage when he runs, or he's relaxing even after a run. And then supine posture holds, cable core twist posture awareness after trigger pointing. This just means do some corrective work afterwards. Be aware of your posture. We don't really go into many correctives on the free trigger point guide, obviously, but if you want to download our foundational fitness program, it's still only 99 bucks. It's going to be that way for 2 weeks as well. So, real quick, we're just going to jump right in. We got the Pec Minor, that's up here by the armpit. That's probably the most tender, most restricted area of the pec. Most of my clients that I've worked with are god-awfully pretty tight there. So what you're gonna wanna do is realize why that's tight, why that's so overly restricted, because we're typing, we're working, we're stressed, our neck comes up like this is pulling the traps down. So a lot of people are focusing on the traps, when really you should just be focusing on the pecs, because all that is being pulled down right here. So it's tilted forward with that shoulder, and it's kind of collapsed inwards this way, so it's down, in. It's so many different angles. We're going to cover that real quick. So with the Pec Minor, I like to use a softball, get on that armpit. Now I like to reach my arm out as far as I can, or just be kind of gentle with it. You don't have to go too far. Make sure, more importantly, that your neck's not cocked up like this. You're actually relaxed. Lay on your other hand and just sink into it. Now you're going to be on that band right there. And I'm going to show you how to get there a little bit deeper, because some people just rest on this and they don't really feel anything. And they'll be like, am I doing it right? So how do you get more intensity? You can raise the ball up on a book, a lacrosse ball on a book, whatever, and that will help you get a little bit deeper into that. You can use a Theracane if you're having trouble, or you can go into a plank. I'm going to show you how to do a posture plank. So just get up on your knees, keep your toes like that, and then you want to make sure that your lower back is tucked. It's flat. It's not bending like this. You're engaging your lower abdominals while you tuck your chin back. All of your weight should be in the ball, if you can see that. You can internally rotate. You can play around with that with your shoulder. That's fine. I prefer, like I said, to be up here and just go side to side. Now, it's super tender for me right now, and I'm just utilizing a softball. You don't need that much equipment for this muscle at all. Just a cheap softball will work as long as you understand how to manipulate your body in order to leverage it for maximum efficiency and penetration. Deep into that fascia, because the Pec Minor is super deep. It's like the glutes. You got to really go deep on them. Oof. Once again, I'm tucking my butt. I'm engaging my lower abs. My chest is up. I'm putting all my weight. I'm balancing almost. I am getting the core workout. I'm sucking my tummy in. I'm bouncing on that ball. Side to side, going as deep as you can. You're gonna go for 3 to 10 minutes, I'd say. Like I said, there's many other spots that you want to hit on the pec. If that's tight alone, sometimes I just do that and nothing else, and I spend maybe even 10 minutes on that Pec Minor alone, and you will feel your entire posture just recalibrate itself, as in your shoulder will be less pulled forward like this. It'll be much easier to keep that chest up, shoulders back and out like we're trying to do, because the shoulders don't only get pulled forward, but they also get compressed inwards like I was saying. A lot of people kind of come in, so you want to get that width. How are you going to get that width? Get that Pec Minor loosened up and that clavicular pec. So with the softball, you can just go down to the Pec Major. The Pec Major is the whole pec, right? But another hot spot I find that's very tender on almost everybody is right down by the sternum near the xiphoid process. Now, you never want to be on the xiphoid process. That's this flimsy bone right here. Instead, you want to be right at the very top of the upper abs, still on that chest, right about there. It's pretty bad though. You don't really need to come up. You can do the same technique if you want, but it should be tender enough that you don't really need to come up. It should be pretty emotional. I think it's more painful than the other one because it's more superficial, meaning it's more on the top layer of the fascia, of your muscle. So no need to worry about floating up or trying to apply as much pressure. Plus, I don't like applying too much pressure on the sternum. That's not good. Just try to go as deep as you can. I'm feeling a surge of blood flow go into my arm. It's insane. You guys should too. You should feel this pain radiating outwards, not just localized. That's the goal. I feel this in my back. Suck the tummy in, breathe into the ball, and just try to relax. Try to slow your breathing down. Obviously, I'm talking, but normally I just breathe through my nose. Try to go as slow as I can with my breath. All right, so that's the Pec Major. That's the main spot. You can explore around the middle if you want. It's all free game, guys. I'm just giving you ideas of what to look for. The techniques, obviously, remember, go slow, as deep as you can, into that fascia. Hold it. You don't want to move too much. Hold it for at least 2 minutes per spot, I would recommend. And then let's try the upper clavicular pec, collarbone. That means you can still hit this with softball, but I'm going to show you with Theracane. You can lay down, but I'm just going to show you sitting up. So you can do it like this, you can do it like that. I like this because you get a lot of leverage. Just make sure that you're not engaging your pec too much. It's going to take away. You never want to tighten up the muscle that you're working on. So use that Theracane, chest up nice and tall, get nice posture, make sure you're not leaning forward, making it worse. You can start in the inner part of the sternum. Honestly, anything next to the sternum, which is this middle bone right here, is going to be pretty gnarly, and you're looking to release that as much as you can. So upper pec, like I said, along the collarbone, we're going to start there, and then we're going to work alongside towards the Pec Minor where we started initially. Breathe into it. It's not too bad for me there, so I'm going to go over like an inch or two. This one is horrendous. I usually use my thumbs for my clients on this one, and they can feel this. I mean, this not only pulls in your back alongside through the ribs, but it also pulls your neck down a lot too. A lot of people don't realize a lot of your neck tension from this is being pulled from your pec, your frontal line, which is alongside here, which we're going to obviously cover throughout this entire trigger point routine. Guys, I guarantee you this is going to be the best trigger point routine you guys ever download. But once again, if you want to take it further, you're going to want to buy our foundational fitness program, which goes into a lot more detail, lifestyle, nutrition, supplements, the postural correctives, and the actual workouts that you should be doing, rather than just normal Globo gym workouts. All right, so you guys get the idea. This was pretty simple. Like I said, you can see this kind of attaches to my neck, how much that just pulls that down. Once again, 3 to 10 minutes each trigger point. Maybe 2 minutes on each spot if you want. Honestly, that was so bad right there. I could have easily spent at least 10 minutes. But we still got to hit the upper abs and the soleus, so I'll see you in the next videos. See you soon.